Good afternoon, everyone. Today is Friday, April 13th, 2012. Friday the 13th. Actually, we had a great day today. We'll start here. You can see Dwayne's DOM right there, plus 32 points on the YM. And now I'm going to flip it over to my DOMs. And you can see the rest of the markets that we traded in the live trading room this morning. Here, I'll change this to points. So Dwayne had 32 points, and I had 2 points for a total of 34 points on the YM this morning. The beans, I took a trade. I was break even on the beans, and I took a trade a minute ago. I'll show you where that was, and I got 24 ticks on that. The gold, we ended the morning session with plus 18 ticks. The Russell, we ended with plus 9 ticks. I have plus 2 on the YM. I did take an ES trade. I got out of it. I got out of it at break even because let me show you. That's not it. Is it? Yeah, that is it. I got out of the ES trade at break even because the other markets weren't going in the same direction. But it was right here. The trade did go on to win, easily win. You can see I was short right over here, and I got out of it at break even right here. I was looking for 2 points out of it. I know a bunch of the guys in the room this morning got at least a point or more. 2 points, some of them. But we'll go over all this stuff here now. All right. Let me just throw this out there. If you haven't taken a free trial with us yet, go to www.cfrn.net/apply. That's APPLY, and take the free trial. All right. We had our partners meeting last night. And pretty much all the trades that we took today were based on stuff that we went over in the partners meeting last night. Last night was one of those partners meetings that we seldom have that only lasted an hour and a half or so. I almost felt bad ending it at an hour and a half. But we had covered all the material, I think. That said, I'm just going to get going here with the recap. All right. Let me scroll over here. This is the Russell, and let's see the trades that I took on the Russell. Did I just take one trade? I thought I took 2 trades. I'm pretty sure I took 2 trades, but this is one right here. You see we had the bearish divergence right here. Price came up, tested the BBC, gave it down close, then it moved down. I took 9 ticks on this trade. That's right. I took 9 ticks on that trade, and there was another one that I took in here somewhere, where I took another 9 ticks. I think it was, I don't know where it was, but I took 2 trades on the on the Russell this morning. I might have taken all 18 ticks on this one. I don't remember. I'll have to go look. But anyway, that was the trade setup right there. We had the bearish divergence down here. We came up, tested the BBC, having the down close, and price moved down. All right. Over here, it tested the BBC again. We didn't get the down close until here, and at that time we had lost the divergence. Here we had bullish divergence, but the MA1's on the wrong side. Here, the MA1's on the right side, but the divergence is on the wrong side. And now we have bullish divergence, but we're not testing the BBC. Here we test the BBC, and we have bullish divergence, but we didn't get an up close until over here. I don't think that this is where I took my long trade because I was too far away from the BBC for me to go long. The MA1 crossed back down below it. And that was it. That was pretty much it on the morning. There was one trade right in here during the break. This is one of those ones that we went over in the meeting last night. Okay, right there. And here's the up close right there. Okay. And here is a possible short trade that was setting up right here. You can see it just slides down right there. And it's at a weekly trading zone. That was the Russell. There wasn't a whole lot on the Russell. I don't think I took... No, that's it. That's what it is. I only got 9 ticks on the Russell. So I only took 1 trade. There you go. That's why I don't have more than 1 trade outlined. I only took 1 trade. I was mixing up Russell and gold. That was my problem. All right, I had 9 ticks. 9 ticks profit I took on this trade right here. Okay, that's right. I was mixing up Russell and gold. Now I'll go over the gold because I did take a couple trades on the gold, and on gold I did get 18 ticks. All right, so let's go through them. I think I had more than one trade on gold. I'm pretty sure there's one. Yeah. Alright, so we'll go through the gold setups here this morning. I'm going to blow it up so we can look at more at once. Alright. Right here at the open we had some bearish divergence, a test. You guys can't see that. There we go. At the open we had some bearish divergence right here and a test of the BBC with a down close. I didn't take this trade, but you can see it went right down. Over here we had bullish divergence, but price was down below, so we didn't take anything in there. Over here we had bullish divergence and a test of the BBC with an up close right there. I tried to take that, but I didn't get filled. Over here we had bearish divergence. When I say divergence here, guys, what I mean is divergence between these indicators here and the cycle. Alright, the green line here for the most part and the cycle. Alright, so we had bearish divergence here. We tested the BBC. The BBC is this green line. Then on the down close here, I shorted it. And I came back to get a break-even trade on this. Okay, price dropped down a little bit, and I slid my stop to break-even, and it came back and got me a break-even. Alright, there was a trade over here. We had bearish divergence down here. Okay, right there. I shorted after the test of the BBC, right here, and the down close. I shorted right there, and I took some profit down here. I don't remember exactly how much profit I took on that trade. I think it was 10 ticks. I'm not sure. Over here we had a long trade. We had bullish divergence and a long trade right here that went up to test the BBC. I moved my stop up to lock in a few ticks, and I got a few ticks profit on it. Okay. Over here we had bearish divergence. I missed this one. We had a down close right there, so we didn't take that. Over here we had bullish divergence with a test of the BBC and an up close right there. I missed that one. I ended up missing a whole bunch of trades this morning, as you can see. The ones that have the yellow arrows on them are the trades that I actually took. Okay, so over here there was another one that I missed. We had the bearish divergence, the test of the BBC, and a down close. That one really didn't go anywhere. Over here we had bullish divergence right there with an up close, and that one you can see moved along nicely. Over here we had bearish divergence with a down close right here. That one, again, it only went about 5 or 6 ticks probably. I probably would have had my stop at break even on that one. I don't know. It depends if I was on it enough. Over here was another one that I took. All right, with the yellow arrow on it. We had the bearish divergence pull back up, the down close. I took it down here. Once it got down to the MA1, I took some profit. Over here, this was right at the end of the morning session, and I don't recall. Yeah, I think I took this short here, and I got another 10 ticks on it, I think. And I'll have to go look. We had the bearish divergence and a down close, and it dropped down. I didn't take this trade right here. Okay, where we had bullish divergence and an up close and the move up. I know I didn't take that one. All right, during the break here, you can see there was a huge move down here during the break, and really no pullback or no way to enter in on that trade right there. Okay, here we had some bearish divergence, a test of the BBC. You could have shorted, maybe shorted right there, but it wasn't the best scenario. Something happened right here. Oh, Bernanke's talking. That's right, too. Bernanke's starting to speak right now. While we were opening up this morning, and Dwayne and I were trying to hear each other, we had a pullback right here, with bullish divergence down here. Okay, bullish divergence, a pullback, and right there. It did it again right here. This divergence. Okay, and that was pretty much it. It's got bullish divergence again right now. You can see it developing here right now live. We would be looking for a pullback down to the BBC with an up close. All right, and that was gold this morning. Gold was pretty active this morning. It's usually pretty active. So gold had a pretty active morning, and we were able to get in on a good bunch of trades there. Okay, so I've done the ES, the Russell, and gold. Now, what else? Soybeans. I'll do soybeans in a minute. The YM. We took a bunch of trades on the YM. Now, before I show you the trades that we took, I'll show you the one that Dwayne took right here. Okay, and he pointed it out clear as day during the live trading room. He said, "I am going to short right up here at 836 or 837, he had said. And right up here is where he did short. This is on a 1500 contract. When price was over here somewhere, he had said, I'm going to short, I'm going to sell a pullback up here. And it was at the BBC, and it matched this high swing right here. Okay. From there, it dropped down pretty well, and that's where Dwayne took his profit on the trade this morning, right, on the 1500 contract. I am going to do the ES10K chart as well. I'll do that in just a minute, okay? For those of you guys who really like to see the ES on a larger time frame, I'll do that one for you. Let's do this. This is the YM 4-tick range. These are the trades that we took this morning. All the ones that you see yellow arrows on up here are the trades that I actually took this morning. Okay, I think there is one missing. But I ended up plus 2 points on this. Alright, that was my YM result for the morning. Dwayne ended up plus 32. My first trade here, we had bearish divergence and a pullback and test to the BBC with a down close right there. I shorted that. I think I got 5 ticks out of that. We did it again a few minutes later right here. I ended up taking a break even on that one. You can see that did go down. There was another one that set up right here that I missed, and another one that was setting up here, but the cycle was going up against it, that I didn't take. Alright, there was one over here that set up again that I missed. This right here, we didn't do anything because we had a news event right here. Actually, we didn't have the news. No, the news event was right here. I'm sorry. News event was right here at 9:55, University of Michigan. We didn't take any trades in here. Okay. Then we had another one right here that we shorted. Let me bring it over here. Yeah, we shorted right here on the down close after it tested the BBC right here, and we stopped out on that one. So at this point in the day, we were minus 2 ticks right here. We were minus 2 ticks. All right, we missed a bunch of trades, I think. Did we really miss them? No, we really didn't miss any trades until we got here. This was a trade we missed this morning, where it went up. We didn't take the same trade that Dwayne had taken because these were the markets we were looking at the time. You know, on the larger time frame, on a 1500 contract, you know, you might see all of this stuff in one bar. But in this particular case, we didn't take any of these trades in here, and we were waiting. And right here, we had a short opportunity, and I believe this is the one that got us to plus 2 points. It is. I took 3 ticks profit on this one. All right, and that was it. That was our morning. You can see we had some bullish divergence right here, so an up close right there would have been a spot. We have bullish divergence here, but no tests of the BBC. Okay, right in here we had some bearish divergence, but no tests of the BBC. Over here we have bearish divergence and no down close. Okay, right now that's what we have. We have all this bearish divergence, but no down close. That was our YM this morning. Oops. Sorry, let me shrink this thing up. Alright, that was the YM. Now I said I was going to go over the ES 10,000 contract, and I will. Dwayne showed this on his chart with just, I think it was just the MA1 and the BBC on it. I have a few more things. He does have the slingshot on it too. What I wanted to point out with this is that it's a larger time frame, a 10,000 contract chart, and the same things are working here. You have bearish divergence. Well, this was pre-market. Let's go to where the market opened. Right in here, you have bearish divergence. Price pulls back up to the BBC and tests it, and you get a down close, and the price goes down. Right here, you have bearish divergence. Price pulls up, tests the BBC, and it goes down. Same thing here. Same thing here. And right here, you had bearish divergence, and it pulled back up to test the BBC. But we weren't working off a lower low here. Okay? Look at this right here. All right, and now you have bullish divergence right here. Okay? Actually, this was bullish divergence, not bearish divergence. I'm sorry. We lost the divergence on this last trade right here. We were losing the divergence. Right here, we have bullish divergence. And the lows are the same thing right here, what I was just pointing out. So an up close after testing the BBC would be right in here, like right here at 1372 probably. Is it going to go up? Quite possibly. You see it's got higher lows going across here. It's got support printed right down below it. If we close up above this MA1, I would think it would probably get back up at least to this high right here at 74.25. All right. For those of you guys who like the larger time frame, fewer trade thing, there you have it. If I leave it still like that, Joe, yeah. Well, I'm doing a recap, so I'm jumping all around, but here it is, okay. And there it flipped up. The cycle went up, saying the move down may be over here. Now you have the bullish divergence. So you look for the MA1 to get up above, price to pull back and test the BBC, bullish divergence, and give you the up close. Okay? So right in here. Alright, if I scroll back, you can see yesterday, there was this one right there yesterday. Okay, the day before yesterday, we had bearish divergence right there, and there was the test here, and there was the test. Okay, so it's pretty much the same thing across all these markets, all these time frames. Let's see, what have I done so far? YM, ES, Russell, gold, soybeans. Soybeans. Let me bring the soybean chart over here for you. Alright, here are the soybeans. Now I took a couple losing trades on the soybeans and a few winning trades on the soybeans this morning. The soybeans opened up here at 10:30. I'll blow it up for you so you can see it a little bit better. Not to confuse anyone. I went short here. We had the down close. We had bearish divergence, though the cycle was moving up and the MA1 was moving up. We had bearish divergence right there, and I took a short here on the down close, testing the BBC, and I lost on that one. I'll show you that in a few minutes, Anush. Okay. My next trade was right here. I actually shorted this move down to the BBC right here. When price got up here and all three of these lines turned down, the brown, black, and green line were turning down, and we closed below these two lines up here. I shorted this down to the BBC. That put me at break even. I then went long on the up close with the divergence right here. Okay, and I stopped out on that, so I was minus 8 ticks after this trade. Alright, I went short over here when all three of these lines turned down. Everything was turning down, actually. All four of these lines were turning down, and we closed down below. Everything up here I went short, and I got my 8 ticks back, so I was break even at this point right here. I took this trade right here, which was, what was it? I was shorting the market right here. Why was I shorting the market right there? Everything was turning down, but I ended up taking a break even on that trade. I shorted it right here, and I ended up taking break even. Then I took this one right here for 3 points equivalent. Okay, right here. I went long when all these things turned up, and we closed up above these lines right here. I went long. And those were my soybean trades. All right. The question was, does this work after hours when there's not much volume? It depends what market you're trading in, but yes, it works after hours, but when there's not much volume, depending on the market, there could be a spread. So what you see and what you get are two different things. With charts, if there's a spread, I don't know if I can do it with this one. Well, you know what I can do? I can probably roll this forward. ESU. Nope. Sorry, that didn't work. ESM. With charts, if there's a spread, in hindsight, it looks like it's a nice move in that direction, a nice one-directional move, because all the bars just kind of cascade up or down depending on which way the spread is. But in reality, your account, you take the hit on that spread. But that said, yes, it does work after hours. Last night, during the during the partners meeting, let's go back here. We were going over this stuff in the partners meeting last night. Okay, while the market was actually trading, we drew these trend lines in. We had the bearish divergence. The test of the BBC right here with the bearish divergence and the down close. It moved down. Now, right here, things started to get mixed up because the MA1, well, I guess it had moved above for just a little bit, but price didn't go with it. You had bullish divergence there. Here's the early morning hours right here. You're starting to get some bullish divergence, so you need an up close after a test of the BBC. It would have been right here, okay, this spot right here. Over here, where the MA1 gets back down below the BBC, you have some bearish divergence right here. Okay, this is 3 o'clock in the morning, Eastern time. You have some bearish divergence right there. A down close, which would have been any one of these bars right here, is what you're looking for on that one. After the test, right here again, but the MA1 held it, so you would have only had a few ticks profit in that one. Let's see, and that was 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Right in here, you have some more bearish divergence developing with the MA1 below the BBC. The MA1 is this red and blue line right here. Right, it's below the BBC, which is the green line, and you have bearish divergence right there. So you're looking for your down close after a test, which would have been right here, and down it went. So yes, it does work then. And as far as the volume goes, it depends on what market you're looking at. You know, because some markets, when they don't have any volume, you get a huge spread, and you won't be able to look at it in hindsight the same way you'd be able to look at it in real time because of the way the charts paint. All right, being brutally honest with you, I don't want you to think that the charts painting the way that charts look in a thin market. Trying to think of a market to look at. Well, maybe soybeans in the after hours. Let me do that one. Now soybeans is really thin in the after hours, but there we go. But look at the way it looks like it paints. Oops, that was yesterday. Here, you can see right here it's okay. Yeah, I mean it looks great. You have an up close, you have bullish divergence with an up close, and like this move, I'm trying to find one move that there's a little gap right here. That was between the close of the market and the open of the market. You know, like this move right here, we'll say right between this bar right here and this bar up here. You see how all three of those bars start here and close at the top, and start here and close at the top, and start here and close at the top? That could have been the spread, though I don't think it was probably a 12-tick spread, but that could have been the spread right there. And though that looks great right now, when it's actually happening, this may just be the spread. Okay, you can see the market did tick its way up there afterward, and this was actual ticks in here. But if I throw something on here like a volume chart, you can see the volume's pretty low right here between these 4 bars. You know, the volume wasn't too high right in there. But I mean, as it is, it doesn't look like that was a spread. It's when you get, you know, over here on the volume, if it starts to say there's only like one or two, like right in here, you know, 15 or 5, like this move down right here may have been, you know, 5 contracts, something like that. That's something that other people probably aren't going to tell you. But it does work. What I want, you know, the answer to your question is yeah, it does work. This is soybeans. I showed it to you on the ES. I showed it to you on the YM. I showed it to you on soybeans in the after hours or pre-market. Okay. Let's see. Any other questions? Does anybody have any other questions? Because I'm going to wrap it up. I've been going for quite a while, and David's been sitting in the green room for quite a while. So I will wrap it up shortly here. All right. That's it. I'm going to stop my recording now.